What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. All right, so today I'm gonna be showing you guys the day one of my 11-week program leading up to the strongest adaptive on earth in April. What we just did was floor presses. That's going to overload the lockout portion of any kind of lift, like any kind of pressing lift. So that will help me with my tricep work for the keg press. That's going to be one of the events in the competition, and also the clean and press. So here we go. Let's get some more work in. All right. Moving on to the clean and press. This is one of the events that will be in the competition. Now, I do believe you're supposed to practice like you play. I'm supposed to be on a bench. It's about 55, 60 degree incline. But I've been having some aches and pains, so I'm gonna do it in my wheelchair. As you can see, I scooted my butt forward, so I'm kind of more on an angle. And obviously when I go back, I'm going to even be more on the angle. Plus, in the wheelchair, it's way harder for me. Now, this chair was developed for me to work out in, so it's stronger. The backrest is supposed to be more secured and stronger. So, yeah, let's see how this goes. Hopefully, nothing goes wrong. This is some heavier weight. But yeah, like I said, I've been having some aches and pains. I just feel more comfortable in my chair, on my cushion that I'm, having my chair that I've obviously created, and for any kind of pressure sore or anything like that. But yeah, let's give it a try. Here we go. Whew, well, like I said, that was harder, but I felt good. And we got it in, so move on to another set here in a second. All right, just got done with the second set. Shoulder's a little aggravating, so I don't know. I'm gonna rest for like 3 minutes, maybe even 5, see how it feels, but you gotta listen to your body, when things like that happen during training, so you don't end up hurting it more or worse. You gotta listen to your body and probably call it quits on that movement. All right, we're gonna be doing dumbbell seated deadlifts. Now, in the competition, I'm supposed to be doing axle seated deadlifts. Again, I just, showed a video not too long ago. I just keep having back problems. So why I'm having back problems is because I have rods and screws in my back, and sitting up with no support on my back as I sit up with that weight just puts a lot of stress on those rods and screws, which has been hurting me. So in the chair, as you can see, I lifted my feet up, so it's a little bit obviously easier. It's not easier, it just gives me more ability to be able to use the muscles and the stability that I can above where I'm paralyzed. And again, when I sit up, I have the back rest to support me. So I'm not just sitting up there holding that weight with nothing behind me. I actually have something I can lean on. So this exercise really doesn't hurt me. So again, it's a little different than what I'll be doing in the competition, but I'm still getting in that hinge exercise that I want to be able to do. And if I get to the competition and I go to do something and I feel something that's, off or hurting, I just won't do that movement. It's just how it is. Win or lose, of course everybody wants to be a champion and win, but I do this because this is what keeps me going, and I love sports. I love strength sports, but, I got to obviously pay attention to my health. So if I get to that, competition and the back hurts, I'm just gonna have to call it. I won't be able to do that workout. I mean, like I said, it is what it is. Still putting in the effort, still putting in the work. Here we go. See how I keep like pushing the dumbbells back? That's for the momentum. This time, we're not gonna try to do that. We're just gonna try to use the muscles in the upper back and stuff that I can use. Just straight up. One more. That's hard. That took me years to be able to figure out how to even do that, to be honest. I'm not joking. 24 years of me being paralyzed, that's took over 15 years. I used to be able to not even do 10 pounds in each hand. And again, I learned more knowledge. By raising my feet up, gives me that ability to be able to control and use the muscles above where I'm paralyzed so I can do a movement like that. I also want to show you guys, I wear this soft belt brace. So it braces my back a little more. You can adjust it how, obviously tight you want it. But yeah, this really helps out with more securing the lower back, kind of mid back, and all the muscles where I really don't have the function to control. All right, another thing is too, I drink electrolytes. I drink dextrose, which is carbohydrate powder, during my exercise. So as I'm sweating out all those minerals and stuff, I'm putting them right back in me. The BCAAs, the electrolytes, the obviously glucose, putting it all right back in me. Keep me hydrated. I got a couple shirts on. I like to stay warm as I work out. Put in the elbow pads, make my joints feel nice and lubricated, nice and hot. I definitely like feeling that while I'm working out, especially with heavy weight. All right, we're moving on to dumbbell high pulls. Now this is gonna work the upper back, your traps, and your rhomboids, but the movement actually is for the clean. So as I'm cleaning it, this right here, I get the full stretch and the power. I'm not trying to lift my elbows. I'm trying to squeeze my upper traps and back as I high pull up in the air. So this is gonna help me as I clean to get the press in, all right? So here we go. Ooh. 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 All right, we're moving on to fat grip dumbbell cheek curls. I do this exercise now. Before I used to do it because I wanted a good looking, big biceps. But now, obviously, my biceps are already big like that. So I do this exercise to protect me doing other strongman exercises like the overhand rope pull, picking up med ball stones, things like that. A lot of people that are doing strongman end up tearing a bicep. They could be doing an arm over arm car pull or picking up a big stone and they tear a bicep. I believe this exercise just kind of protects the bicep, makes those tissues a little stronger. So here we go, let's get at it. All right, moving on to the JM presses. Now the JM presses are a tricep movement. I'm trying something different today. I put on the 3-inch bench block. So when I come down, I try to keep the elbows, when I come down, like going forward. So you're bringing it down to about upper chest, pause, and then I don't have my thumbs around the bar. I have them on the outside of the bar. So I'm basically punching my palms to the ceiling, really engaging those triceps. Any pushing movement, your triceps kick in. So obviously for the keg press, what are the exercises I have to do in the competition? For the clean and press, the triceps are gonna kick in when you get to that upper part of the movement to lock it out. So you need that tricep lockout strength. This is a great exercise for that tricep strength. Give it a try. I'm telling you, you'll love this exercise. Whew. Well, there you have it, guys. Day 1 of my 11-week program leading up to the strongest adaptive on earth competition in April. Hey, I always appreciate you guys supporting me. Thank you so much, seriously. If you want to see any specific videos, give me the comments down below. Let me know. I'll love to make those videos for you. Thanks for following along. Stay strong, and I'll see you guys soon.